look at Piscataway, New Jersey in Shai Stadium. We're really looking forward to this matchup. You've got a team that's made its way into the top 25, now trying to pass an all-important road test. It's the Michigan Wolverines and the Rutgers Scarlet Knights. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to Holly Rowe with the latest on the weather.
Well, guys, Coach told me this atmosphere is going to be crucial today. One thing he's got his eyes on, the weather. We weren't sure what to expect today, but this weather has turned out to be beautiful. He said that will have a great impact and be a benefit to his team here today. Guys?
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. Throwing, Underwood. Pulls it in, it's Marsh.
And frankly, if that's a completion, it's not going to make the end-of-season highlight reel, but in this game, it could lead to a highlight reel type play. The offensive coordinator may be setting something big up for later in the game.
The Wolverines can really attack on this second and short. Back to throw, it's Underwood. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacks talk about it all the time. They love the clean pocket where they can step up, throw the football. That is not what they had. Nice job by the defense, beating the offensive line, disrupting the timing, and getting a nice clean hit on the quarterback.
They'll need 3 yards here on third down to keep this opening drive alive. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Got his man. Oh, he's got some space. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
It's tough on the defense there. Third down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
And the Wolverines will snap it on 1st and 10. Again, it's Underwood. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Yeah, and you hear it all the time. Coaches talk about it. Don't throw across your body. Don't throw across your body. These guys nowadays, they do it more and more because they're more athletic and they can change their arm angles all the time. But right there, it was an incompletion. It was an interception. So you might get like a little bit of a yell from your coaches, but nothing too big.
Keeps it on the option. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
On 3rd and short, the run and looking for the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
The Wolverines have this offense rolling. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. He lobs one high down the left side. Oh, right through his hands. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
He's going to take off. Remember, down where you start the slide, and he'll be short of the line to gain.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
They'll try to run for it. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
I think throughout the week in practice, when they were game planning their opening script, I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like everything they're dialing up here on their first drive of the game is working to perfection.
They'll run it. It's Marshall. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit out, sir.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. The run inside. It's Marshall. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. They're about to get through their entire opening script of plays. This is the 11th play of the drive. 3rd down coming up. He's got it. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on 2nd.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Quarterback will keep it. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Michigan!
And you knew his legs were a weapon, and he shows it to you right there, running it into the end zone. And this offense, man, they are a good offense, and they are in a good rhythm early in this football game. We talked about the quarterback. We talked about his speed. He can make these type of plays, and on the first drive, Palmer, the defense didn't have any answers. They better find some.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to find them, too, just because of that athleticism and just how he can attack defenses with his arm, with his feet, the different playmakers surrounding him as well. There's a lot to get prepared for in a week when you're playing against this offense, and I just think they saw everything there on that opening drive. They're going to have to do some soul-searching on the sidelines early.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Scarlet Knights offense takes the field for the first time in this game. And finding space to throw the football against this secondary will be a challenge. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Wants to throw on 1st down. Makes the catch. It's Raymond. They stop him in his tracks, and they'll head to the other side of the field. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. Let's take a peek at the numbers so far. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the 2nd. And they got the completion, but no yards. Now they need to go forward to avoid a 3rd and long. They'll keep it on the ground to the right. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to let it go. He's got it on the outside. Got loose, made the big play, and took it down to the 31.
I know know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got to be able to score points on this drive.
The Scarlet Knights come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air on first down. Looking down the middle. Got his man on the right. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a first and goal from the 10.
And sometimes when you hand it to these guys, man, it's hard to find lanes. It's very congested in the box. But nice job when you spread it out and you give him space by throwing him the football. Sometimes he can use that blazing speed and make bigger plays. I look for them to continue to find ways to...
Looking for the end zone. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Scarlet Knights.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
The extra point here would tie the game. And he tacks on the extra point. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And the capper on that drive, the 10-yard touchdown run. He'll bring it out. It's Marsh. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. The Michigan offense heads out to get this drive started. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, you read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
And the Wolverines with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Here's Underwood to throw. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
This offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack first down, just thrown an incompletion, so third in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
Underwood in the gun on third down. Fires on the move. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God into this defense, because this 3 and out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
Signals for the fair catch and looks it in at the 40. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Raymond. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
Back to pass. Pocket breaking down. Nowhere close on that one, as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And that's a play on third down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give him a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
And the Scarlet Knights will punt it away on fourth down. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. And the ball will bounce at the 4 and find its way into the end zone for a touchback. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. And he knocked him down after a gain of 3 to the 23.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
So now it's second and long. Underwood. Good timing on the quick out. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move.
And a play like that, that seems routine, but it only works if the quarterback can get the ball out on time and out in front of the wide receiver. That allows the receiver to keep separation from the defender, and the ball hits him in stride.
Running inside, it's Marshall. And he got 5 yards on the play, 2nd and 5 coming.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
Pulls it in with one hand.
How about that snag, man? Some people need 2 hands to catch the football. He just needs 1. Like, big-time play, catches the ball, and then doesn't fall down. After the catch, still wants to get more yards, get upfield, and create the explosive play. That was a fun play to watch.
Throwing, Underwood. Bought a little time, lets it go. And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in.
Just got to finish the play for the wide receiver. You got to look that one in and complete it. It's a bad drop.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Wide receiver going in motion. There he goes. Knocked down at the 29-yard line. Picked up 15 yards on the play, and he's got a first down. The Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Quick release by the QB. Now the Wolverines call a timeout. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple of yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receivers somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
A little less room to work with now as the ball's at the 28 and it's 3rd and long. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Bringing the heat. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming.
QBs and receivers on 3rd down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with this target.
Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. He's going to try to punch one through from 45 yards away. And he missed it. No good. And after the missed field goal, guys, we are still locked up.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like, the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Bought a little time, lets it go. Got a man, it's Anthony. Now the Scarlet Knights call timeout. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The Scarlet Knights in a good spot here with second and short. Sent it downfield. And he needed a little bit wider field as that one falls out of bounds.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
Third down after the incompletion. They'll try to get it through the air. Makes the grab. Rutgers takes its second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. Wants to go right back downfield. Right down the middle. Got a man, it's Anthony. Timeout called here by Rutgers, and that's their third. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Looking to throw on first down. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
Brings up second down.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great scene there today in Piscataway. This defense has set the tone through 2 quarters of football. They've drawn a line in the sand, and they've held it. It's why they'll take a lead into the second half, and it could be why they come away with a big victory. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside the birthplace of college football.
And the Wolverines will line up to kick off and start the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Rutgers has it back. They'll send the offense back onto the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
To the ground to try to pick up the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball.
Coming into this game, man, the focal point was on the running back, right? We've got to stop the running back. Talking to these coaches, they've got to be physical. 1 guy, 2 guy, 3 guys have to get there. Man, they've done an unbelievable job being physical, getting him on the ground, and really shutting a great player down so far this game.
Throws to the wideout. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
Quarterback trying to attack the middle of the field. I like the aggressive nature, but his receivers aren't 9 feet tall. No one's going to catch that. No one can climb the ladder. You got to bring it down a little bit.
They couldn't make the connection on second down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. Motion from the wide receiver. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Fires to the wideout. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
Tie game here early in the second half, and offensively, you're hoping to get something going. But after that incompletion, it kind of kills all of your momentum. This quarterback is really going to have to lock in here for the rest of this game if they're going to win.
And the Scarlet Knights line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the punt will go into the end zone, and the ball comes out to the 20 on the touchback. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. The run inside. It's Marshall. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Here's Underwood to throw. Catch in the middle. It's Marshall. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
Kind of like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
Now, they missed a field goal on the last drive, but you need to get points here, so they need to pick up some yardage to at least get in range for their kicker. He's got enough for the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 37.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a 1st down.
The Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down.
When you're running up the middle, you got so many big boys on the inside. When you run this toss out wide, it's nice because you get away from all the beef. You get to get on the perimeter, make some of those little guys make some tackles out wide. The running back really appreciates when you give him some tosses.
Unloads to the wideout. Makes the catch. It's Marsh. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a 1st down. We talk a lot about Michigan building its offense around the running game, but they've always had an effective quarterback who can make plays down the field.
And I think some people hear effective, Reese, and take that as an insult, right? Like, I don't want to hear about my quarterback being effective. I want him to be explosive. I want him to be dynamic. But Michigan doesn't really have those guys most of the time at that quarterback spot. But when they find those good ones, they have great seasons.
Well, it's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Underwood. Got it in the middle. It's Marsh. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. They fought tooth and nail through 3, and it is all locked up as we take a look at the stats. This is when winning plays are made, and we start right now in the 4th. After swapping ends of the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
Really put an offensive possession together here that's fun to watch. Like, it's fun to watch them own the line of scrimmage, be physical. In this area of the field, this is what they call the fringe, right outside the red zone. It's kind of your last opportunity to take shots, take advantage of the extended space on the field before you get cramped in the red zone. So I look for this offense to be aggressive.
Here's a heat. Takes a hit as he fires. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
That's how you blow up the screen pass if you're on defense. You got to hit the quarterback fast, force the incompletion.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Caught in the backfield, it's Buchanan. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
And offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
They've made clutch, tough plays on this drive on third down. They need one more on 3rd and 7. Throwing, Underwood. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately, we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense, or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. And he got it! They take the lead here in the 4th.
And I think I like the call, man. You got an opportunity to take the lead in the 4th quarter, go for the kick. He executes it perfectly. Defense, now it's your turn. We got the lead. We got to get a stop.
Number 99 set to kick this one away.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. Here comes the Rutgers offense onto the field. After giving up that field goal, they find themselves trailing and trying to do something about it on this drive. Under fire. They got him. Great pressure by this defense.
Oh, that's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front, they could not protect him well enough.
The Scarlet Knights trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Second down, they'll go to the air. The sure hands, it's Anthony. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it, but you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback, and again, on that last deep shot, it falls incomplete.
He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. On the ground with the counter. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Now the Scarlet Knights call timeout. It's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. There's a crease. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. Rutgers takes its second timeout. They've got one timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. From the 22 on 1st and 10. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Marshall. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone. They'll use a timeout on defense here. That's their final one. The clock stops just once more at the 2-minute mark. They've hit him with back-to-back chunk plays. Now it's 1st and goal. Trying the run, it's Marshall. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Wolverines.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away. Count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done. And now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2.
Number 99, set to kick it off.
He'll bring it out. It's Black. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And the Rutgers offense heads back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Fires it incomplete. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Motion from the back. Running inside. It's Raymond. There's a little room there. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be 1st down.
And a great job on the offensive line. You're going to run the ball right up the middle. You better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big gain.
With a 1st down, they'll snap it from the 32. This time he wants to throw. Right on the money. No chance to run, but still a solid pickup on that one.
I tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands. You saw it on that last play.
And the Scarlet Knights with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
It's been tough for this QB in this one. Very small windows to throw into, and he's been under some duress as well. It's hard to find a rhythm as a QB in those types of situations, and that's why it appears as though his team's going to be leaving here with an L.
They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. Tight end finds a soft spot. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking
to take a shot. It's broken up. They took a shot, and he was equal to the challenge to knock it away.
Now, I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the 4th quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
He got his hands on it but couldn't hold on to it, and what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
Got to give this defense a lot of credit because even down to the last seconds in this football game, we're seeing outstanding effort. QB taking a shot down the middle of the field. There's a defender swatting it away. They have had this quarterback's number all game long, and that's why they're winning this game.
Just keeps swinging it. Fires to the middle. Makes the grab. Makes the grab, and a nice gain. Gets it to the 35.
If you're going to complete these in-breaking routes over the middle of the field, it's really important as a quarterback you don't stare the guy down and tip off where you're throwing the football. He's trying to freeze the safeties in this defense and then throws it on time. Accurate throw, nice pitch and catch.
Pressure coming. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Well, they're not able to hook up on that throw, but they need to score now. At this juncture of the game, this late in the game, they need a touchdown, they need an onside kick recovered, and they need to score again if they're going to win. The sense of urgency is just off the charts.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Here's the pressure, and he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
And this defense gets the sack and puts them in 3rd and long. And I tell you what, this offense, they just got to stay out of those situations. Last drive, they got in it and they had to punt. This drive, getting in it again, predictable situations are really hard to protect your quarterback.
The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. Here comes the heat. Under heat, and he gets rid of it. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Oh, they're after him. Shoots it to the left. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming.